coming back. Call of Cthulhu,
Bah.
Amidst the Ancient Trees, Episode 8, Part 2. We are back for some rocking and rolling good time. We'll see. We just left off with a voice coming out of the darkness. I'm going to pick up there with my villainous monologue. Just kidding. Anyway, that voice would, coming out cold and emotionless, would obviously, I mean, just out of nowhere anyway, a voice would do that probably. And, you know, it's, let me get my thoughts of where I last left off. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, he said he was here in peace, he even brought a white flag, but you wouldn't be able to see it. He goes, not here to harm you, but if you try to harm me, you will not like it. I am alone and only here to talk for a moment.
Okay. Obviously, in response to this, I grab my electric torch, illuminate him, and draw a weapon on him.
I was just about to say, he was about to say, you might not want to shine, and that's when you start picking up the torch and turning it on. You might get what he's about to say. Do you still shine it on him?
Yeah. Some creepy thing coming out of the woods. I'm already on edge, man.
Yep. All right. Go ahead. Both of you make sanity rolls.
Lovely.
Oh, damn it. It's going to be a hideous creature, isn't it?
It's
Well,
dead.
that's appropriate.
It's a dead creature.
Boop.
Is that me? It is me. Suck.
It's gonna be a 1d8, guys.
That's
Aw.
amazing.
It's a maze balls. It's a heavy one.
Ouch.
Oh shit. That is not good. Oh, it's so good. Oh god. All right.
We can't hear you, Dem.
See, I don't know about you guys, but roll 20 seems awfully against us tonight.
What's your new totals?
28.
42.
Lovely. The answer to the life, universe, and everything.
Okay, we'll take our time on this. These are the. Ooh, you did more than 5 points. Absolutely more than 5 points there.
I just came out of a psychotic break.
You don't have any background things for me to play with, Kurt.
So we can go from boyfriend to fiance if you'd like. And
What do you mean? Like he was really your fiance instead of boyfriend?
That would be
Yeah.
more appropriate at the
would be-
time. Way more
Yeah.
appropriate. Like a
That would-
boyfriend is really
I was thinking
not
about
really
it
a
too.
not really a thing.
Yeah, so we can call it a fiance.
Like
Um,
study dating didn't really become much of a thing until the 50s.
Obviously,
I thought you
she's
said
had a
studying, like studying.
Steady dating.
What?
obviously attending a medical school as a female was a rough time. You know, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of background. I did a lot of work on.
Can we both go
trying to-
catatonic to make the creature's efforts pointless? That would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It might be.
You know,
And then have Dem wake up and kill
Oh.
whatever it is.
I'm trying to see.
Well, then we wake up and just see him covered in slime and
Slimy.
what happened here?
you slimed me. Trey, actual physical contact. And I'm a fakeman. He got slimed. Great, saves him for me.
That's funny. We were just talking about Zool at work today. We kept quoting Ghostbusters.
My favorite line from that movie is, that reminds me of the time you tried to drill a hole through your head. He goes, that would have worked if you hadn't stopped me.
All right.
I collect funguses and spores. Or molds. Fungus and molds.
I also play racquetball.
So I'm going to assume this is not a bear.
It's never a bear. It's like
Sometimes it's a bear.
Joke, it's definitely
Some
not a
kind,
bear.
some kind of yeti.
It's not a yeti.
No.
Oh god, I can't. I thought I had a really good description. Actually, let me try one more page. Okay, there it is. That's what I want.
No, it's not.
So you shine the flashlight on and draw your gun up, and we can roll on the tables to see what happens in a minute. And you see a man in a Union soldier uniform, not a man you've seen before. It looks like a human for a second as he's speaking to you, and he's like, I wouldn't shine that on me and you turn the light and he's like, if I were you, but I guess you already have. You have one more chance. Tonight at midnight, the girl and the others will give their dedication to Galaki at the same spot where you murdered the rest. And that's all. And that's when you guys are like, and it's like 10:30 now. So what you see is he looks human enough, stiff and corpse-like, but he's withered. Like, the skin over his face is like parchment stretched very thin and very taut over his skull. The hair is just wisps, and you see that the eyes are very, very sunken in. The gums are very corroded. Most of the teeth have fallen out, and the skin, not only is it parchment like thin, it is completely greenish, like you saw on the other one, but all the way covered and growing like this moldy green all across his once blue uniform and all around him. He's definitely a monster of some sort. And yeah, he just basically just come to give the one last message of Galaki. One last chance. Midnight on the beach. The girl and the others give their dedication to Galaki. I'm just repeating what he said. You have your chance to join us there too. It will be all over at midnight. And this is when the madness kicks in.
Yay.
Now, let's take a look here. Duke, Suffolk.
Okay.
But it depends on what gets rolled here. Do you want to roll off the magic chart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to game it anyway. Go ahead and give me the randos.
All right, D10 and then a D10.
Boop. Boop.
Only 2 rounds. God, it's faint again.
Oh, I fainted! Sweet!
For about 2 rounds.
Man, you lost points in Dr. Grant's size.
Now, I don't know if Meadows or Dyer would wake up. He's very soft-spoken. Like, there was nothing loud that happened here, right? So, we'll come back to the others in a second. Kurt, you want to go for randomness?
Yeah, why not?
D10, D10. Bernard. Review backstory entry for significant people. Investigate mistakes in another person in the scene for a significant person, lasting 1d10 rounds. Patricia, it's Harry. Harry's come to tell you this message.
Amazing. Knew that was coming. You should go make out with him.
So he's sitting there and he's telling that, and the Duke just is like, or whatever, and falls back off the log. It just kind of spasms once and is out.
Ooh, can we make this interesting?
Like
can
what?
I do a luck roll, and if I fail, then my gun goes off as I faint?
I thought you said guns don't go off, but okay.
They don't go off unless you pull the trigger. But who's to say what I do when I fall down?
All right, I'm game
So
for that. I don't know if it's gonna hit anybody, but it would go off.
That's my intention.
So are we lucky if it goes off, or are we lucky if it doesn't go off?
Well, if it goes up If it goes off, you wake up.
Here's the thing: the
I know.
torch.
Kind of what I'm going for.
I think the
I'm
torch
trying to
is-
get you back into the scene somehow. So
The torch is going to fall onto the ground, so it won't be directly on him, but it will illuminate the immediate area, right? But go ahead, make a luck roll.
yeah, I'll say if I fail the luck roll, then I pull the trigger as I fall or something.
And blow your
So-
face off.
How does Harry look? Does he
Boop.
look like I last remember him?
I'm so lucky.
You know, the thing is, on a hard check, we'll say a hard success for both Dyer and Meadows, and you can roll Meadows if you want. On a listen check, on a hard success, they would wake up because they would hear it. Let's go back. Harry looks like the same thing I described for this guy, but it's him instead of the other guy.
So she just screams.
Okay, Meadows, you can do the green dice. You can have a bonus die because, you know what?
No,
you
it's
can have,
gray. Gray is bonus.
Yep, you can have 2 bonus die actually. Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, for Meadows?
Yeah, you can both. Yep. Because when the whole screaming comes in, I think that's. Yep. So Bernard's gun doesn't go off as he falls back, and the flashlight hits the ground. But Patricia gets a good look at him, and he looks bad. He's alive though, but he looks dead. And you scream,
It's blood curdling.
blood curdling scream, and Dyer and Meadows are just like. Right out of the sleep that you're having about the thing down at the lake. And just, yeah.
Your favorite dream.
Baby.
When Dyer hears the scream, the second he wakes up, he reaches for his shotgun.
All right.
reaches for his boomstick.
You can make a spot hidden. Meadows can make a spot hidden.
You want me to make us?
Yeah, you both
So
can.
both of us. Just barely.
Meadows.
So Meadows sees something in the distance off the bank of flashlight. Dyer, you just see Bernard laying back off the. They were both sitting like on a log, and he's off the back side. The flashlight's shining on the ground. Patricia the doctor is screaming, looking straight ahead in the darkness, but you don't see what she's looking at. But you see her, and she's screaming. Maybe you see you may see something in the shadows.
I will tell you Meadows' reaction. Screaming woman. His master fell down. He's shooting at whatever he sees.
He would see the
Probably.
shape in the darkness.
He's going to assume that there's some bad thing there.
Okay.
And obviously she's probably looking in the direction of what she's screaming at.
Dyer, you might. I mean, with successful, you just know there might be something in the shadows, but you can barely make out where it's at. You just kind of get a direction. There's not enough light. Meadows sees something moving, even like a flash of white from the light reflecting off the white flag that this guy said he had. And he did have a small white flag that he was going to wave if there was light, but there was not. So Meadows, you think he would shoot? You said. Hey, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right move. I mean, come on. All this he saw, master's down, woman screaming. Think there's something bad there.
All right.
He's
so
shooting.
Before you shoot your gun, make a POW check.
Pow check.
Bam, 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 bam.
Dyer, okay, first of all, before we do all that, how are you taking this all in?
I mean, I'm trying to think what the word is. He's kind of he's in fight mode. He's not really thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He heard a scream. He reached for his gun. And he's just standing up to try to see what's going on. He's not even really taking into consideration
Sure.
who is screaming. Well, I guess, he knows, but he doesn't know why. He doesn't.
Diamond has 2 modes. Sarcastic, disconnected, and fight mode.
It's very accurate.
Okay, so Meadows saw where it's at, but it's also dark, and he also had something almost happen to him, so it's going to throw him off. He can shoot a -2 die penalty. And Dyer, you know there's something out there, but it's also dark and you don't know exactly where it is. So you can also shoot at a -2 die penalty if you wish.
I mean, a -2 might as well be called auto fail.
At this point at the moment, because there's no light on it, and so you hear Meadows like, "Oh, yeah, get out of my head! Get out of my head!" And he shoots. Dyer, if you want to, you may.
I was going to say, based off of that, if would I see from the gunfire? Would I see anything?
The gun, like the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
In the brief, I don't know if it would be a
spot hidden.
Spot hidden, hard success. No, not enough.
Wouldn't
The one time
really.
I roll successfully.
You might still roll 3 extreme rolls, and you can shoot or not shoot. You might be like, I can't see it well enough to shoot at it. You know, that's fine. I just want to know if you shoot, don't shoot, or do something else, or do nothing.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't shoot.
Okay.
He's not sure.
Patricia's
and it's pitch black. So I mean,
and Patricia's still screaming, so you can't really hear anything either. Maybe you hear back off like midnight, the beach, Galaki.
Galaki, ooh,
What?
as he backs away.
I didn't really want it to be like that. He's like, midnight, the beach. They all become servants, including the girl.
Galaki, ho!
And this guy backs away and is gonna disappear unless there's pursuit.
If this isn't a trap, I don't know what is.
So unless they keep firing into the darkness, which will get harder and harder, the encounter's gonna be over.
Okay. He retreated. We get experience. All right. D&D rules.
Sure. Mark down XP.
we get experience for every time we survive a fight.
If it was like Dungeon World rules in this game, Dyer, you would have a lot of XP.
If this were dungeon rules, I would be at max level.
Mm-hmm.
So Patricia's screaming. Patricia, are you still screaming?
No, but she's probably trying to say, "Stop! Don't shoot my fiance."
Oh, okay. Let's go with that. Ears are ringing. Gunshot went off. Meadows is like, you run, you stand ahead. And he's like reloading or whatever. I'm not sure what he's doing. Does he have a 12 gauge? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's held up, but he doesn't shoot anymore. Totally biffed it on that roll.
If the creature scooched off, giving the big ooh into the woods,
Kind of.
since Dyer caught a brief glimpse of the Duke passing out, he's going to try to kind of bring him back in.
Okay.
Wake him up.
You're a little low on your mic too.
Okay.
The mic man.
Meadows will probably, I would assume, rush to the Duke and try to also wake him up. He probably like, Grace.
Probably.
Your Grace.
There he goes. First aid him.
Yeah, and I mean, you only had like 2 combat rounds, so you were already
The
starting to come
doctor
back.
collapses in a puddle of emotion.
Yep. Doctor's breaking down. Bernard comes back. You guys kind of help him back up in the log. You know, the torch is still on the ground, like kind of, you know how when you put a flashlight in the tall grass, it's kind of shining through the grass and making weird silhouettes. It's not really giving off much light, but some. And
Dyer starts shooting the shadows.
Yep.
No, Dyer didn't fire.
No, just
Why
the
not?
one shot.
That's a first. He usually shoots everything.
Don't you have like 3 crossbows? You know, in your hammer space. Couple backup crossbows.
He's got a crossbow that shoots crossbows.
Mhm.
Do I really?
How many crossbows do you have? That's
Crossbow section.
It's crossbows all the way down.
His crossbow has bayonets.
I like
all right.
I like this conversation. Let's keep talking about my weapons. Okay. I guess if Dyer sees that Meadows is tending to Duke, he's gonna kind of like grab the doctor and kind of shake her a bit and be like, "Will you stop screaming? You're drawing attention."
Are you sure that it isn't in Direman's personality to start smacking her?
Shaking's probably a good
No,
start.
but when he starts shaking her, she smacks him. She spouts off some scientific jargon about how shaking people is bad for them. She like totally falls back on her, like just spits out. Don't you know that you shouldn't shake somebody when they're upset?
I was
It
like,
causes-
I wouldn't have. Stop screaming, and I won't shake you.
Causes shakepelia.
Fear of shaking.
Not phobia, shakepelia. I don't know what. I just made up words. Who knows?
Is that a fear in the character sheet?
Shakeopedia?
Oh.
Is that like fear? Is that like fear of chocolate frozen awesomeness, or is it fear of like roller coasters?
I don't know.
Fascinating. Anyway, moving on.
You have tremophobia, trembling fear, shivering fear, shaking fear.
Tremblephobia. There you go.
Tremophobia.
Okay,
Did I say
so-
tremblephobia? I meant tremophobia.
Tremble.
Like tremor.
You guys are coming back? No, come on. Stupid keyboard, I swear. Alright. Let's move.
I hate your keyboard too.
Let's move along over here. What happens that train. The train comes by. And what do you guys do? When Patricia stops screaming and calms down,
It's a ghost train. I panic.
ghost tank is back.
It's the doom train coming to take us all.
It's got to bum rush it.
How is
Bum
the
rush
Duke
Phantom
now?
train.
I mean, he took a big chunk there.
He has regained his English composure. Stiff upper lip, you know.
So, Patricia grabs Dyer's head and starts checking his bandages very aggressively, making sure nothing else has come open. She's muttering under her breath a stream of obscenities and about men and just kind of falling back on her one comfort, but not a whole lot of comfort.
Can't hear you, Luke.
Can't hear the Luke. I
Nope.
think he's eating, not talking. No.
No, he's trying to say something.
Oh
like-
no!
Dem's
Oh.
amazing.
Dem is amazing. That's what I was saying. I thought
I think while he's muted, he says, "Thanks to Dr. Grant's efforts, Direman gains 10 hit points."
Still not gonna work.
Okay,
Um.
awesome. I'm back to max health.
Nice. This is one hell of a doctor.
So. You're kind of pushing out the incident with Harry, and Matt was like, "Well, I'm not sleeping anymore. What do we? Maybe I'll take my shift now." You want to rest her, or your Grace? That's right. You want to rest your Grace?
We have to save Jane.
Yes, we have to go to the obvious trap where the creatures want to ambush us.
What?
Well, at least, isn't there an old thing where it's it's a trap, then something? I don't know. I'm not a man.
Make an idea.
What?
Duke, make an idea roll, which is, of course, your intelligence roll.
Okay.
You are a man, so make that idea roll.
I lost it. I'm going to bed now.
We're close. Hang in there.
Nope, no ideas.
All right.
Can I make an educated roll? All right, my education tells me an idea. You know, my study of tactics and strategy.
So did you
Strategy, strategy.
Let me.
You will
man,
say, you will say, a
Hold
better
on.
Duke has never strategy.
Let me bounce back to the conversation though.
Anybody? Anybody?
No.
Duke, how much did you tell Patricia about the guys being spiked and the Galaki servants and the journal, all that stuff?
don't know if I got around to it.
That's fine.
I didn't go full in. I didn't go all in.
Okay.
I was not all in. But that creature is a perfect example of what Galaki can do.
So you didn't really say much clearly to Dyer or Meadows about what Turner had said. This guy. I meant to say he was meant to introduce himself, but he didn't. Oh well.
Bill, is his name Bill Turner?
Maybe.
He was too busy thinking of that amazing outro.
Yeah.
Bill.
Lucky.
Bootstrap Bill Turner.
All right. Let's keep it rolling here. What do you guys do? What do you discuss? What do you say?
Okay, I'm gonna fill in Diamond and Meadows. That another civil war, but much more decayed, came along. Told us to basically go sacrifice ourselves where those spiked people were. That's basically what I'm telling them.
What spike people?
It's complicated. You wouldn't believe us. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Yeah, at this point, right? Your whole world's been turned upside down in a matter of like a couple hours.
Meadows and Dyer can make idea rolls. That's to say, intelligent rolls.
Whatever this demon beyond the stars does,
You're 2 points away, Jim.
it involves impaling his victims. That's all I know. He's a torturous devil.
It's like
Meadows is actually extraordinarily intelligent.
I agree that it's a trap, but it looks like they are forcing our hand. I mean, we did make a big racket earlier.
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Well, there's the camp.
Go home.
Well, there's the camp.
This is your home. You are home.
He goes, wait a minute.
Closer to home.
There's 2 locations, though. There's the mining camp. They said at midnight, right? We have about, I know there's a watch, like we have a little over an hour.
That's true. You think we can make it to their camp and ambush them?
I don't know. Now it's dark. Now, you guys have light, or do you make it pitch black? Are you guys talking in the pitch black again?
Well, I didn't turn the torch off. So
All right. Everybody can make spot hiddens.
sweet. Is a creature watching us? Listen to our plans. That's what I would do if I was a creature. Extreme. Oh,
the
should I roll
likelihood
Should
that
I roll
two-
Meadows? Oh, you got it.
I
Thanks.
got it.
Thanks, buddy.
He's like, well, I only say that, he says, about the camp because, and like he's starting to point, but like you were already drawn to it. You look through the trees where there's not really much of a moon, and you can see north, definitely north on the map. You can see just this kind of translucent bluish glow through the cracks in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the very bottom, not necessarily bottom of the sky, but just where the tree line is coming, where you can see through the tree line, where it's not at its weakest point, the most, see-through point of the tree line. You can see a glow to the north. Definitely the mining camp area. Just a small.
You're talking about like the lights of the mining camp are visible. Is that what you're implying?
You would think that it looks like that's about the distance from where you saw, but the light is not like spotlight or light to use at night. It's blue. It's not yellowish or white, whatever lights would be. It's a translucent, soft blue. It's really close. Actually, let me say it. It's the exact same color that was going around those coffins that were in the base of the cabin. That same bluish glow that was lighting them. And when you guys both looked, everybody else can see it as well. He goes, you said from that journal they have a piece of the prison or something, right, that they're trying to get out. And it looks like they're hauling it to the water. If they do
Yep.
that, does that not mean they win? Is
I
it?
believe that's everything we should be most fearful of.
Is that better to take? I mean, if they're gonna bring Jane and whoever else they have down to the stakes, should we go to the stakes and wait for them and save her, or should we go to the camp and try to disrupt their? I mean, maybe if that.
You're right, Meadows. Jane's a distraction from where they want to keep us. They want to keep us from their camp.
I just don't know if we have time to do both.
We have to. We're here to save. So what are you saying? We have to sacrifice one for the other?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. It just that.
If we get there fast enough, we can catch them before they take Jane to the beach. We really have no time to waste.
Let's go.
Let's all grab our 12 crossbows and head north.
Are they is it pretty quiet to carry that many, or is it? Do they bang against each other, or do you have crossbows to pad the crossbows from the other crossbows?
He's got hammer space. Diamond has like at least 12 weapons on him that we know of.
Hold on now.
So this is the predicament. Yeah. So you guys are all sitting there having a discussion. Maybe you're packing up your camp real quick. Last minute, grab your stuff. Go ahead, keep going. Dyer and friends.
I was just counting my weapons.
His favorite pastime.
It's the thing that he does.
I have 5 of them.
Thanks. We need to know that information. I guess if we have to go, let's go. I've already got everything I need.
So which way are we going? Meadows asks, looking to his grace.
A camp. Of course.
Okay, so do we go back where we came on the beach trail, or do we? It might take longer, but we're about in the center, maybe. But do we go west to the main path up to the gate of the mining camp that way?
Well, staying off the trails would certainly give us the element of surprise.
We could go.
Which way did the creature go?
It appeared on the east side of your camp from the beach area. So here's the thing: you could go east to the beach, west to the main road, or you could go north through the woods. I mean, really.
We probably have to take the main road just because we don't have time to do anything otherwise. Well, we don't know that though. We should probably just head straight there.
Yeah, you don't have a map. Like I'm giving the map here to give you.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have a map. We just need to go straight there. And it's dark. We'd get lost if we didn't have a light to guide our way. We have a light to guide our way straight to the camp.
You do. You have the blue light.
Yeah, that's our way.
You could walk. Yeah, I mean, you just tell me how you're doing it.
I think that's best, but I'm not the ultimate decider.
Which way?
Being quiet.
What was your vote? The main road?
Mm-mm.
The woods?
No, just head straight there. I'm not going to say my character knows about the road. I just can see the light. I want to head towards the light. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it really pretty much falls back to Dyer and the doctor. The doctor maybe doesn't have an opinion. She's like, I got my meds. Maybe she does.
Dyer
shrugs and
Dyer's
I'll
fine
go
with
where you go.
traveling in the woods.
We gotta save the world, right?
All right, and Dyer does like the woods. The doctor says time to save the world. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, did I get any hit points from my rest?
I don't think it's been long enough. You
It's got to be 10 hours.
You rested for like 3 hours. No,
Okay.
4.
I'm gonna go take a nap. 7 hours.
You know what? Let's play a chance of luck. Why don't you make a luck roll? We'll see what happens.
It failed.
No rest. Or no hit points. No rest for the wicked. So, I don't know if I have any more pictures in my manual. think I copied about all the pictures I could copy. Yep. Okay, so you have to use your imaginations. So you guys, as you get closer, the blue light is glowing more and more, and you can definitely tell it's coming from the mining camp. You can start to hear more noises, like people talking or some commotion. It takes you by, I don't know, probably close to an hour. We're looking at probably 10 minutes to midnight when you come across the opening. Right between the numbers 2 and 3, probably we'll say on the map there. Oops, I could probably switch this over so people can see. So let me mark that again, right about here. Now, it's busy, and you see, like, it's hard to see up close, but that little green symbol, if we zoom in, is, if you like control in, that is a truck. That's the same truck that was carrying the dynamite before, that you strapped the prisoner in, and it's on its way in there. It's parked there.
Oh, okay.
You can see in the center, under where it says clearing, is a very big hole, and that is where the blue light is just radiating from at this point. And the rope goes up to those, like, you know, big, I don't know what you call them, wood pylons, the two boards together. They're almost like makeshift pulleys, and the rope carries across and out of darkness down towards, you know, which way the beach is. And you saw the other end of that before. And the rope keeps kind of going up and becoming taut, and then not, and then taunt again, and then not. And you see several men around the camp, and then you are between 2 of 5 small shacks / cabins. I could probably show you. I don't want to reveal too much. I could probably show you another viewpoint, but I can do that later. So let's have everybody. You get into the base of the woods. There's enough commotion that you don't really have to make stealth checks at this moment. But if you go any further, you're gonna have to make stealth checks. All right. So that's where I'm leaving you and putting you right now. So you guys get there. Exhaustion has been pushed out of your mind as the intensity is growing. You all have this feeling, this sense of ill-boding. I didn't say that right. 'Cause I'm losing my
Foreboding.
mind.
The word you want is foreboding.
Yeah, this ill sense of foreboding. That's probably too many things together. Yeah, you just have this. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought tonight. Sorry.
Sense of dread.
Yeah, sense of dread, foreboding. It's just like it's weighing heavy, and it's not just because you know what's at stake. You just feel like it's an oppression, like a heavy physical blanket of not Cthulhu goodness being pushed down on you. And
Your precognitive abilities are telling you that your grasp of sanity is slipping.
Yes.
Yeah, that was gone about 3 sessions ago.
And you see, how many men's do I got left here?
Yeah. You got that sniper crossbow?
Dyer pulls out the sniper crossbow. Did I mention it's a semi-automatic too?
I'll be your spotter. I got my binoculars.
Here. And I pull out some doohickey just to give you night vision. Clunk.
Nice. About 2 decades to her.
And then Dyer pulls out this drone. It's got missiles on it. He just up into the air. It's like, on that binocular, you tell me where they are.
I'll laser sight them for you. Cruise missiles coming in.
All right. Well, we're almost to our stopping point, so I'm not sure what kind of cliffhanger we're going to leave off on here. It's about 10 minutes to midnight, and maybe that's a good place. Do you have any last minute things? I think since we got it set up for it, I believe our next episode next week is going to be we're gonna make it finish. I think we need to have a conclusion, so we're gonna have 2 hours to see how many people die on both sides of this war. But I don't know. Do you have any good one-liners or outros for your characters, or any kind of setup? As I think this is, for me, a good place to close for the night, so I can really, be prepared next week. Well, see, I'm just losing my mind tonight. I have my own sanity checks that I failed. Dyer, I see that brain thinking.
Nope.
I don't.
Dyer's not thinking much.
So how about this? This is where we'll end. We don't have to see what Meadows, because who cares? But as you guys are looking at the camp, you see 4, 5, 6 men at different points. They're going in some cabins out. They're like saying, "Oh," and there's like they go down in the hole with pickaxes. They come back out with a few buckets of stones. They throw them to the side. So it looks like the dynamite blasting is probably centralized on this big crater. And they're like cleaning up bits and pieces, what's left. It looks like whatever's in there, they're just about to yank out. You see a couple men come and enter one of the cabins. They're like, "Yep, let's get them." And I want to know, I guess, as we go out, internal monologue, where your character is at this point. Mentally, physically, what they think of the whole situation or what they're thinking now. Just like a quick brief, like, this is what I think. And that will be it for our game. So I'm going to start with Dr. Patricia Grant, who's the newest. And then we're going to go to Dyer, and then we're going to end on Duke Suffolk. All right, because the camera, like, we see Meadows, and he's like, he quickly dashes out of smoke that he had lit. He's like, "Oh, crap." And then we pan over to the doctor.
She doesn't know. She's like, save the girl or save the, or stop this. I don't know how to stop either thing, so maybe it's all over soon.
Maybe what?
Maybe it'll all be over soon.
Oh, she's so cold and different, just disconnected, right? She never got her gun back either.
Nope.
Okay. And then we see that disconnected look, that kind of attitude. Then we pan over to Dyer, fresh bandages, many weapons.
Dyer's just thinking, I shouldn't have done this. I could be at home.
What's that?
This is what I get for trying to help people by getting them out of this effing forest.
Mm-hmm. And then we see that look of distaste or whatever, and we move over to the Duke.
The Duke, with a sly smirk, thinks, "I could be at home, bored, waiting for something to happen. But here it is. A world out there, and there's no place you'd rather be than finding this to its conclusion."
And it's like, I think we just get a close up on that face. Is that like kind of that smile, that or that smirk that maybe is not quite as sane as it used to be? It's more excited. And I think that's where we cut out to black and roll the credits as the train goes through, and in our episode of Cthulhu-Goo for the night. Ooh, well done. I really like where everybody's going. I really liked. Train's gonna honk every time I start speaking. Okay, I really like where Bernard was going at the end there. The laughing.
Train agrees.
Shut up, Train. Give me a break. Sometimes it's beyond annoying. Like they hold it. Oh, they do it on purpose. Anyway. So there we are. We're at the end. For all those out there that were watching, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching the madness sneak in, getting under our skin, sinking into our brains and our souls, and slowly driving us mad. So I'm Lucas. This is Lucasgvariety. I'm gonna let Dyer over there give us a shout out, a shoutro.
What?
Well, Dem 2017,
What?
the comic. Give a shoutro, and then we're gonna be done. If he wants, and he does.
Sure. Yep. I am doing a webcomic called 2017 The Comic. You can find more about it by visiting 2017thecomic.com to see lots of the comics, to see the link to my Discord server, to my subreddit, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Trying something new on the Discord server. There's a new channel where people who join and use they can add reactions to the next comic that I'm going to work on. So if anyone's interested, hop on the server after your 5 minutes of waiting to make sure you're not a bot or spam bot. Then you can participate. But yeah, again, 2017thecomic.com, and that's it. Hold on.
And you know what? I went to the Discord today and I voted. Did you see that I voted?
I did. And then 2 other people voted too.
Good.
But they voted for the coffee one. But they used the heart emoji or the heart reaction. So I'm like, are you just agreeing with the fact that coffee is life, or are you voting? And the one response I got was yes.
Which is like, well, what is that?
So, yep, clear as mud.
Jeez. I did the right emoji on the one I wanted because we had talked about that one before, and I was like, I want to see it come to life. And I'm assuming you get around to them all eventually. You're just getting like, what one do I do next?
Yeah, they're all ones that I'm going to do, but to help kind of give incentive for people to join the Discord server, that's one of the things I'm doing. Hopefully I'll have some more ideas down the line.
I think it's perfect.
So just prioritizes them.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go into the description below and find the link. And if not, if you're in my Discord, you should be able to talk to Dem personally and ask him for a link to his, which there should be something on the promotions tab too, but I'll have to arrange that better, but we can find it. So anyway, I wanted to say, I have a good idea. I have a really good idea because I know there's a guy in our chat right now, DJ Coil, you're there, bro. Invite people, Discord. There we go. I can do it because check that out. That's 2017 the comic. And I don't know if I made you admin. I think I made you admin in mine so that you can actually post stuff. So anyways, I want to give a shout out to him because I've talked with him. This is a good guy. I haven't had a chance to play with him yet, but he's also been a pretty good watching member. And hopefully you'll come back on Sunday if you have time to. Sunday? This Sunday? No, next Sunday. Doesn't matter. I got to end the stream. Come back on Sunday anyway and watch our first Blades in the Dark episode 0 character creation. The week after that on Sunday, we're going to finish Dungeon World, and then we're going to come back to Blades. Join us next week on Wednesday for our finale of Cthulhu-Goo, and then a week or so after that, once I have a break, we are going to do Worldwide Wrestling. So, to everybody out there, thanks for watching. To the players, thanks for playing. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Cthulhu-Goo.